Hey guys, Mike here, and we have the Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini for a new clip. In this one, I'm going to take you through 20 or so tips and tricks for this device. You may know some of them, while others may be new to you, but all will come in handy if you're planning on getting the S4 Mini. So let's jump to it. The first tips will show you how to speed up the smartphone. For starters, you'll notice that there's a small lag when pressing the home button, and that's because by default, double tapping that home button will launch S Voice. If you'll go ahead and deactivate this function from the app's settings menu by unchecking the Open via Home key option, your phone is going to be a bit snappier. Next, you should go ahead and tweak the animations. For that, you need to activate the developer options first, which are a hidden menu on the S4 Mini. Go to Settings, the More tab, About Device, and then tap the build number option 7 times. Yes, 7. The developer options will now be activated, so hit the back button, select it from the menu, and then scroll down and look for these 3 options here: Window Animation, Transition Animation, and Animator Duration. Make sure Off is selected for all of them. Next, there are a few things you should know that will help you get longer battery life for the S4 Mini. For starters, you should always deactivate the gestures and the radios that you're not using. Things like NFC, GPS, Bluetooth, S-Beam, Hotspot, etc. You can also turn off mobile data when you don't need it. That's the biggest consumer among all these radios. You can also turn on the power saving mode that will extend your autonomy while however dimming the screen and sacrificing performances, so you might want to only use this when really needed. Last but not least, you should use completely black wallpapers and themes on the S4 Mini, or with as much black parts as possible. The AMOLED screen is designed to completely switch off pixels when displaying black content, and that helps save battery life. However, only true black wallpapers will do, darker ones won't help as much. The next couple of tips will show you how to get better pics with this phone. By default, the S4 Mini's camera takes 16:9 6-megapixel shots. You can change that and get better 4:3 8-megapixel stills by selecting the appropriate option in the settings. Also, it's wise not to always use the camera on auto. Instead, try playing with the various shooting modes and the advanced options. Besides that, you should know that you can use voice commands to take photos. You'll have to activate them first, and then the Mini will respond to things like smile or cheese. Last but not least, you should know that you can deactivate the camera's shutter sound. On some versions of this phone, you'll have the option for that under the camera's advanced settings. Over here in Europe though, it looks like this one is missing, so you can deactivate the shutter sound the hard way by putting your phone on mute. Okay, those aside, let's see how you can customize the S4 Mini. First, the home screens. You can easily swipe between them or use the indicators at the bottom to move from one to another even faster. Then, you can set up a different wallpaper for the home screen and choose from the pre-installed ones or from your own pictures and uploaded images. Besides that, you can change the number of home screens or the default main page by pinching on any of the screens and playing with the options available there, as you can see in this clip. The lock screen can be tweaked as well. By default, it's rather minimalistic, but because the S4 Mini comes with Android 4.2.2, it offers support for lock screen widgets and of course shortcuts. However, you'll first have to activate them. Go to Settings, My Device, Lock Screen, and make sure Multiple Widgets is ticked. Then tap the Lock Screen Widgets option below and play with the available options there. You can select the types of widgets to display and choose between a welcome text and a clock on top. Once you're done, get back and activate the shortcuts. You can edit these as well and get a list of 5 different quick launch icons on the bottom of the lock screen. However, you should know that shortcuts are not available if you're using a pattern, PIN or password protection on your phone, but they will work just fine with swipe to unlock. Okay, let's turn our attention on the quick toggles in the notification panel. There are 5 of them displayed at the top, but you can swipe to the left and get more. You can also hit the icon in the top right corner of the phone to access a list of all the available toggles. From here, you can reorder them by first tapping the pencil-shaped icon. Besides that, it might be good to know that you can access this complete list of toggles directly from the home screen by pulling from the top with 2 fingers. Tapping each of the toggles will deactivate or activate the given radio or feature. However, when long pressing them, you'll jump directly to the Advanced Settings tab associated with each particular toggle. Alright, let's turn our attention on the app drawer for a little bit. It might be confusing finding apps here when you first get the phone, but you can sort all these apps alphabetically from the settings. From here you can also easily create folders, uninstall apps and then hide particular apps that will come in handy with those pieces of software that you cannot actually remove, those that came pre-installed with the phone. Okay, we're getting close to the end, but there are still a few cool tricks worth mentioning, so stay with me. First, here's how you can make a screenshot on the S4 Mini. Press the home and power button at the exact same time and keep them pressed for about a second. You'll hear the shutter sound and see a white framing effect on the display when the screen is captured. Then, here's something very interesting. If you're mostly using the S4 Mini on manual screen brightness, you might want to switch on auto when using it outside, in direct sunlight. And that's because the auto mode can make the screen brighter than the manual mode can, but only for limited periods of time, like those instances when you're outside and want to see something on that display. Besides this, you might want to disable all the annoying sounds you're getting by default with this phone. I don't know about you, but I like my device completely silent, so as soon as I got the S4 Mini out of the box, I went to Settings, My Device, Sound and unticked all the options in there. Here's another trick. If you're using Google Now a lot, there's a quick way to launch it on the S4 Mini. Tap and hold the menu button while on the home screen or in the app drawer. It doesn't work, however, if you're in an app already. And one final thing. On the S4 Mini, the microSD card slot is placed behind the battery. So if you plan to access it, you'll first have to turn off the phone, then remove the battery, and only then you'll be able to put the card in place. By the way, the micro SIM slot is just nearby as well. Alright, and that's about it for now. I'm pretty sure most of the things in this video will come in handy for any S4 Mini user. So if you liked this video and found it useful, definitely hit that thumbs up button and share it on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, forums and all the other available services. And if you're interested in more details about the S4 Mini, check out my full coverage on the channel. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll catch you very soon in the next clip.